a thoughtful, slightly tense melody that creates a sense of mystery and importance. Welcome back to Wisdom Free, where we uncover the forgotten truths that modern science often ignores, helping you stay sharp, steady, and truly independent after 60. Today's episode might be the most important one we have ever shared, because if you've ever felt a sudden wave of dizziness, a moment of hesitation on the stairs, or a terrifying feeling that the floor is no longer stable beneath your feet, you are about to discover that the cause is not what you've been told. It's not your legs. It's not your age. It's not even your inner ear. The real reason you feel unsteady is a silent, dangerous disconnect between your brain and your eyes. And what if I told you there is a shockingly simple trick, a secret from Japan's oldest and wisest doctor that takes just 5 seconds a day to begin reversing this decline, restoring clarity and rock-solid stability to your life? This is Japan's 5-second eye secret. Do this daily to boost vision and balance after 60. But before we reveal this secret, I need to ask you something deeply personal. Have you ever had a moment where you suddenly distrusted your own feet? That split second of fear where you weren't sure you could safely take the next step? Just type yes in the comments right now if you know that feeling. Let's show each other that we are not alone in this fight for our independence. Now, stay with me, because today we are diving deep into 3 precise techniques, each rooted in the wisdom of a man who helped tens of thousands of seniors walk stronger and see clearer well into their 90s and beyond. Each technique builds on the last, and missing even one means missing the chance to regain true control over your vision, your balance, and your confidence. Let's begin. For decades, we've been sold a dangerously simple story about aging and vision. Your eyesight gets blurry, you visit an optometrist, and you walk out with a new pair of glasses. The problem seems solved. But this is a profound misunderstanding of how your body truly works. Relying solely on glasses to fix your balance issues is like finding a crack in your home's foundation and choosing to hang a picture over it. You've hidden the problem, but the structural weakness is still there, growing worse every day. Your visual system is an intricate orchestra. Your eyes are the musicians. Your brain is the conductor, and your body's confident movement is the beautiful music they create together. When we are young, this orchestra is perfectly in sync. But as we age, a hidden process begins, a process I call sensory atrophy. We become less active. We spend more time in familiar indoor environments. The tiny, lightning-fast muscles inside our eyes, the ones that allow us to shift focus from the path ahead to the phone in our hand, begin to get lazy from underuse. The neural circuits in our brain that track motion become sluggish. Your new, stronger glasses might give the musicians a clearer sheet of music to read, but they do absolutely nothing to retrain the tired musicians or to wake up the sleeping conductor. And what happens when an orchestra falls out of sync? The result is chaos. In your body, this chaos doesn't sound like noise. It feels like vertigo, hesitation, and a terrifying loss of stability. Have you ever walked across a heavily patterned carpet and suddenly felt the floor was moving beneath you? Have you ever reached for a handrail that wasn't quite where you thought it was? Or felt that rush of anxiety in a busy supermarket, unable to process all the movement around you? That is not just a normal part of getting older. That is your brain crying out for help, receiving slow, corrupted data from an untrained visual system. The good news? You can become the new conductor of your orchestra. You have the power to fix this. Let's start with the very first technique. The first technique is the bedrock of this entire system. It takes only 5 seconds to start and directly targets the weakest link in the chain for most seniors, the tiny, forgotten muscles inside your eyes. Think of these ciliary muscles like the autofocus feature on a high-end camera. When they're sharp, your vision is seamless, but after 60, that autofocus begins to lag, causing dangerous delays in how you perceive the world. This exercise forces them awake. Here is exactly what you need to do. Sit or stand tall and relaxed. Hold your thumb up about 8 inches from your nose. Now lock your focus onto your thumb. I mean really focus on it. See the unique lines of your thumbnail, the tiny ridges in your skin. Hold that intense, sharp focus for 5 full seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4 to 5. Now, without moving your head, instantly shift your gaze to a distant object across the room. A light switch, a corner of a painting, a plant. Lock your eyes onto that distant point with the same sharp intention. Hold it for another 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, snap your focus back to your thumb. Continue this back and forth shifting for just 1 minute. This might feel almost too simple to work, but on a neurological level, you are triggering a cascade of powerful changes. You are forcing those lazy ciliary muscles through a full range of motion, rebuilding their strength and reaction speed. But it's what happens in your brain that's truly revolutionary. This exercise sends a powerful jolt of energy to your visual cortex, essentially shouting, "Pay attention! The world is in motion, and we need to be ready to adapt." I was speaking with a retired teacher, Eleanor, age 78. She confessed that she had stopped visiting her grandchildren because navigating their toy-filled house gave her vertigo. She said, "My eyes just can't keep up." We introduced this 1-minute exercise into her daily routine. 2 weeks later, she called me, her voice full of life. She said it was like a smudged window had been wiped clean. She could walk through that house with confidence, her eyes effortlessly shifting from the floor to her grandson's smiling face. This isn't just an anecdote. A landmark study in the Journal of Vision Research proved that seniors performing these targeted focus shifting exercises dramatically improved their visual accommodation speed and reading clarity in just a few short weeks. This isn't a miracle, it is neuro-rehabilitation. And for the price of 60 seconds a day, you can begin to repair the most critical connection for your stability. If the first technique was about clarity, this second one is about coordination. This is where we directly attack the root cause of stumbles and falls. A fall almost never begins with your feet. It begins a fraction of a second earlier, when your eyes fail to smoothly track your body's movement through space. This technique rebuilds that essential, life-saving skill. Here is the practice. Extend your arms straight out in front of you, your thumb pointing towards the ceiling. Now imagine a large number 8 lying on its side in the air, the infinity symbol. Slowly, deliberately, and as smoothly as you can, begin tracing that infinity symbol in the air with your thumb. The most important rule is to keep your head completely still. Only your eyes should be moving as they follow your thumb. Trace the shape for 30 seconds, then reverse direction and trace it for another 30 seconds. This may look like a simple movement, but you are activating some of the most complex visual motor circuits in your brain. You are training your eyes to track a target without the jerky, stuttering movements that plague so many older adults. This provides direct stimulation to your cerebellum. the part of your brain often called the little brain, which acts as the master control center for your balance, coordination, and spatial awareness. So many of us have been led to believe that balance is a function of leg strength. It's not. It's a function of brain health, and that health depends on high-quality information from your eyes. This exercise is quite literally anti-fall training you can do from a chair. Look around you. Our world demands constant visual agility. We look down at a curb, then up at oncoming traffic. We read a recipe, then look up at the spice rack. If your eyes cannot make these transitions in a fluid, unbroken line, your brain receives a series of confusing, disjointed images. It's in that moment of confusion that you hesitate. It's in that moment you misjudge your step. A 2021 paper published in Geriatric Physical Therapy confirmed this, showing that seniors who practiced dynamic visual tracking exercises not only improved eye function, but also measurably reduced their body sway during balance tests. That is concrete, physical proof that this 1-minute habit provides a real shield of protection against falls. You are rebuilding the superhighway between your eyes and your feet, one smooth trace at a time. The first two techniques were about motion. This powerful final technique is about stillness, and it may be the most important of all because it is designed to calm the chaotic sensory signals that create dizziness, vertigo, and the deep-seated fear of falling. This is how you find your anchor. Here is how to do it. Find a comfortable position, either sitting or standing tall. Choose a single, unmoving point in front of you at eye level. It can be as simple as a nail on the wall or a distant treetop outside your window. Allow your gaze to rest gently upon that single point. Don't strain or stare. Just let your eyes settle on it softly. Now, while keeping your eyes perfectly fixed on that spot, bring 100% of your awareness down into the soles of your feet. Feel the solid, dependable ground beneath you. Feel the texture of your socks against your skin. Gently shift your weight from the ball of your left foot to the heel of your right. All the while, your gaze remains steady, locked on its anchor. Breathe deeply and naturally for 1 full minute. What is happening here? When you feel dizzy, your brain is in a state of emergency. It's being bombarded with conflicting information. Your inner ear might be screaming that you're tilting, while your eyes see that the room is still. This sensory conflict creates panic. The immediate instinct is to shut your eyes, which only makes it worse by removing your most reliable source of information. This exercise does the exact opposite. By fixing your gaze, you give your brain one clear, undeniable truth. That point is not moving. It's an anchor. Then, by bringing intense awareness to your feet, you provide a second truth. The ground is solid beneath me. You are forcing your brain to discard the faulty signals and resynchronize with reality. You are hitting a neurological reset button. This practice is a lifeline for anyone who feels that disorienting wooziness upon standing or feels overwhelmed in a busy space. That dizziness creates fear, and fear creates tension, which makes the dizziness worse. This 1-minute practice shatters that vicious cycle. It sends a clear, powerful message to your nervous system. I am anchored. I am stable. I am safe. This isn't just theory. A study in the Journal of Geriatric Psychiatry and Neurology found that grounding practices like this significantly reduced episodes of dizziness and lowered anxiety levels in seniors. When your body feels grounded, your mind can finally be calm. Let's bring this all into focus. We have shattered the myth that your balance is just about your legs. We've uncovered the truth that the key to your stability lies in the sacred, often neglected connection between your eyes, your brain, and your body. We have a new blueprint for lifelong stability. 1. The 5-second focus shift to reawaken your eyes' natural speed and reflexes. 2. The infinity trace to rewire your brain for flawless coordination and fall prevention. 3. Gaze and grounding to provide an unshakable anchor that calms dizziness and restores deep confidence. The incredible power of this system is its simplicity. This isn't about exhausting gym sessions or complicated devices. This is about dedicating 3 to 4 minutes a day to respectfully reminding your body of the incredible, innate intelligence it still possesses. Aging is inevitable, but losing the connection that keeps you safe, independent, and engaged with the world is not. These lessons are a gift of wisdom, meant to empower you to live your life not with caution and fear, but with vitality, clarity, and strength. Now, I want to hear from you one last time. After learning these 3 powerful techniques, which one resonated with you the most? Which one are you excited to start practicing tomorrow morning? Share your choice in the comments below. Your decision could be the encouragement someone else needs to start their own journey. If this video has opened your eyes to a new way of thinking about your health, please show your support by giving it a like, sharing it with anyone you love who deserves to feel safe and confident. And be sure to subscribe to Wisdom Free for more secrets to living a full and empowered life. Thank you for watching. Here's to seeing your world with new eyes and walking through it with the confidence you deserve.